talking Rangers baseball. We're going to talk some fantasy football. Our good buddy Jeff Stotts is joining us once again, our rotowire.com expert. Hello, Jeff. How are you?
Doing well, Butch. Yourself?
I'm doing well, and I will add in RotoWire expert and resident Rangers fanatic, and why not? All's good with the Rangers right now, isn't it?
You know, it's been very, very impressive performances and extra innings from the bullpen, and you can't understate the major series that Nelson Cruz is having right now.
To me, he's the perfect example of streaky hitters. I mean, this is a guy, if he could do it all year long, was probably a threat to maybe hit 50 home runs some year like Jose Bautista. But when he's hot, and he is right now, he's one of those streaky players that, I mean, you just don't want to pitch to him.
You know, he started out the season this way. He was red hot. I had him in fantasy baseball. He, really helped me get out to a big lead in a lot of my leagues. And, he's battled injury, and that's been the big knock on him. And he's been a guy that's been troubled with a lot of quad and hamstring injuries in his lower legs. And it really has, it's one of those things where it's not just a week, or a couple of days off. It's several weeks that he has to take to get better. And then it takes some time to get his timing back, but he does a great job of hitting inside pitches, as you've seen in this Detroit series. And he's streaky. And a lot of these guys are that way. But when they're hot, they're red hot, and he can carry a team.
When a team's winning like this and when they're one game away from the World Series, it seems like you can almost handle anything. It seems like you don't need, for example, Josh Hamilton to be the MVP Josh Hamilton or Ian Kinsler to be the guy that's going to get 3 hits and a couple of stolen bases as he's done so many times in the regular season. And it also seems like they can handle injuries. You got Adrian Beltre now with an injury that he's battling through. He keeps fouling balls off of his body. How bad is his injury, and how tough is this guy fighting through all of this?
Extremely tough. He was so unlucky the day he got hurt. I counted at least 6 balls that he fouled off either his foot or leg. And the big one was to the knee. They did x-rays. There was no fracture reported. He looked okay, out in the field last night. He turned a big double play in the first, was able to do the things he wanted. And that's really where his true value is to this team because of how many offensive weapons they have. But he did not look very comfortable in the box. Anytime he took a swing, you could kind of see him grimacing a little bit. He didn't quite feel like it looked like he had his legs. He kind of looked like he had sea legs, after you get off the ship. So it'll be interesting to see if they can go ahead and close this out and the National League Series can get prolonged a little bit, if some of these guys can get a little bit healthier. Josh Hamilton's got a little bit of a groin injury as well. You could see when he's at the plate, even when he slid into home last night, he's grimacing a little bit. So, but these guys are going to play. They've played way too, they've battled way too long all season to get to this point and really just sit out a game or two.